rotate tires on a truck. The part is, if you have 5-tire rotation, which I do because I have 5 tires that are all the same kind, you pull the first one out of bed, which is where I have it, and you set it aside to where you're going to put it on. Then next, you need to jack up the right rear tire on the shock mount. Come here. Good damn. In this next part, you need to loosen all the bolts on the tire that is off the ground.
Just go.
And then after you loosen all the bolts, you need to pull the tire off of the axle. And set it where it's going to go next in the tire rotation. What is a tire rotation, you may ask? Well, come here and I will show you.
See? There, up, back, up, spare.
And then, after you move it up there and figure out the tire rotation, you jack up the front of the car on the proper jack point, which in this case is the frame. And then for the front, which does not have a parking brake in my case, you need to leave the tire on the ground while you loosen the bolts. Now for the next part, you need to lift the front tire off of the ground to completely loosen the bolts and pull the tire off. Alright, that's off. And then you move this tire back to where it's supposed to go. Now that we're almost done here, we start putting these 2 tires back on because they're the last to go on. Hernia! No. And then when you get the front tire back on, you need to lower it back down so it's touching the ground again. And you need to tighten it down with the torque wrench. After you completely tighten the front wheel, you lower the front down and then jack the back up off of the jack stand to put the final tire on.
lever up. Okay, we're not.
Now that we're almost done here, all we have to do is put the final tire on the axle and tighten it.
Yay!
And then you tighten the bolts, because this one has a parking brake on it, so it won't move.
You can cut it.
I don't want to cut it.
And now, you're done. And now you can go about your daily activities. End.